So
Yeah, right.
we
So will
understand
you be
this.
careful?
This will be, so be sure to have a hanky or so.
Yes, have your laptop.
This will be a little poem we put together. It's called A Tale of Love. Tonight we 10 are pleased to share a tale of two loved ones, now seated right there. As you will see, this tale, nay, this journey now starts with the birth of two people, both strong and with smarts.
While not always there, we can safely surmise the odyssey of this pair was really no surprise. And so, for your pleasure, we now reenact the story of Linda and Edward's wedding pact. Precisely documented, accurately portrayed, not a moment embellished, nothing parlayed.
The year was 1938. Yes. In a small bed lay Aunt Esther in wait. There arose from the cries, the wails, and screams, the tiniest little curmudgeon, ready to live out his dreams.
To the plains of Kansas, we fast forward 1 year. A princess, perfection, Linda Lou was now here.
Little did they know their fates would collide. She next to him, and him by her side.
At South Shore High, she heard that he won the class presidency on the tip of every tongue. Whoa.
It would not be at South Shore where their eyes would quite meet, but later at Twin Springs the two faithfully would greet.
He in his swim trunks, hair slicked with Brill cream, those washboard abs, those pecs, what a dream. So the embellishment? All right, take back the embellishment.
Okay, scratch it. I told you that, wouldn't you?
I know, I thought it would work.
I told you. Where were we? Oh, yes. The day it was cloudy, even threatening to storm. Ed glanced past the cabins, even past Lower Dorm. What did he see? Such a glorious sight. Linda's auburn hair burst into daylight.
From that moment on, he knew he was smitten. She would be his true love, his angel, his kitten. Oh, such miracle. Just 50 years ago today, these two stood at the aisle, both poised to pray.
Do you take this man to heaven to hold? I do, she said, proud and bold. And what of you? Said the minister to him.
Who, me?
Yeah, stunned, with a sheepish half-grin.
He forgot where he was. His thoughts went askew. It was her radiance, that curly hairdo.
Those crimson locks, they swept him away. Oh, what would he do? What would he say? Philip and the Kens stood there, somewhat harried. Should they budge? Should they move? Would Ed ever get married?
Oh yes,
He said, taking the ring.
to thee I wed.
And the crowd started to sing.
My lass, my lady, that red tapestry. We are now wed, me to you, and you to me.
And so it began, their lives spent together, choosing Chicago to live, despite the cold weather.
She taught at a school.
Yes.
The kids loved her so, while he either took the bar or bartended, we're told.
went to work each day, selling insurance with his father, to dentists, to builders, but to him, mostly a bother.
For each day his mind wandered, the days they were spent, it was that lass, his lady each day that he dreamt.
Better be good.
Better be good.
That's a good one. Rhymes it? Good word, first word. All right.
I'm sorry, Dave, what'd you say?
I said it was that lass, his lady each day that he dreamt.
That hair, oh, that reddish shag.
What rhymes with shag?
Yeah, until you stop me. That hair, oh, that reddish shag. I can't get my work done, not at all. What a drag.
2 boys were soon born.
Charming and sweet.
Adonis
Perfection.
was whispered on the street.
Well behaved.
Well dressed,
Never surly.
never mean.
Oh, Ed watched in amazement as they entered the scene.
But his thoughts, they betrayed him. Hard to focus, he did strain.
My lass, my lady, oh sweet Linda on the brain.
He tried writing as a cure, maybe a poem, maybe a sonnet.
But nothing could cure him of the thought of that rusty bonnet.
Okay, I'll give you that.
The 2 they played volleyball and even some tennis. But on the court, mixed doubles soon became quite a menace.
When Ed saw Linda striking a pose, he couldn't swing, he couldn't play, he just stood there and froze.
Oh, sweet Linda! Those eyes, that iron ore afro! But soon the score read 6-0, 6-0.
Many a time a vacation they would take, a family getaway, or a couple escape.
The luggage was packed,
The baggage was checked.
every I dotted.
Oh, nothing could get wrecked.
But as you can guess, it was not to be.
As they stood in line at their point of entry,
The immigration guard asked, your passport, your name?
it seemed like a simple request, all the same.
But when Ed saw Linda, when Ed saw her picture in that little book,
He was useless, some say giddy, with only a look.
this is my lady, my princess.
I'm ready to
Would you like me again? This is my lady, my princess.
He said to the cop,
Isn't she radiant in her cherry-colored mop?
but all was not lost. They'd let him go through,
Though they say questioning lasted an hour.
maybe 2.
The years they passed quickly, the boys, how they grew.
Soon Nancy, then Michelle found joining the crew.
First Aaron, then Nicholas came along for the ride.
Ben, Marilyn, and Kevin without missing a stride.
Look at those grandkids again and again.
And then with Jeffrey, we stood proudly at 10.
But as you now know, this tale will repeat.
Papa Ed was usually found dreaming in his seat.
Confirmations, ball games, the event, it did not matter.
His mind, it wandered above all the clatter.
Linda Lou, Linda
He was often caught mumbling,
Lou! As the bases were rounded,
or the children were tumbling.
that fire engine trestle, that mane of cinnamon.
His thoughts. I got the hands going, that gets me going. His hands went to her. He did not care who had won. Well, the next chapter began as they soon flew the coop.
To the desert, the sun, and some cold gazpacho soup.
She now tap dancing and him with the song.
Tucson was it? It could do them no wrong.
Oh ho ho, as Linda danced and flapped and shook her fine tushy. Fine. I'm just reading.
Who was that in the back?
Starry-eyed and mushy.
It was he, Fine Edward, applauding the loudest.
Bravo! Encore!
Shouted it.
I am the proudest. More Merlot strands.
More head of Cabernet.
More sequins.
More feathers on that burgundy bouquet.
Oh, barbershop was no better, for during each note,
Where's the tenor? They whisper while clearing their throat.
Ed swings from the rafters, not caring if he blows it.
I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it.
Oh, sweet cherry Twizzlers.
And those candies by Brock's.
Nothing held a candle.
To sweet Linda's curly locks.
Security was called.
And a judge he soon cackled.
If you promise to
You
behave,
may now be unshackled.
despite his condition,
We are all proud to say,
he loves her
and she loves him.
in every way. If we've made you laugh,
If we've made you chuckle,
if we've made you loosen that too tight belt buckle,
should that be the case, you too were found smitten.
by our Linda,
And her Ed.
our pair of love kittens.
These two have taught us so many, many things.
To laugh and to love.
What?
Or I was close there. What'd you say?
I said these two have taught us so many, many things.
To laugh and love life.
Whatever it brings.
Work hard.
Play hard.
Care for others.
Be thrifty.
For tomorrow we celebrate the start of the next 50.
Standing ovation. Just let you know, I was the one holding the camera the whole time. I get all credit for this.